Okay, so we're here to talk about putting today, and to be a really good putter, there are really only 3 skills that we really have to master. The first skill, and probably the most important, is going to be the starting direction. So we want to be able to hit the ball on the line that we chose. The second skill is green reading, so we're not going to walk through green reading today. This one's pretty easy, pretty flat. The third skill we have to manage is the distance control piece and getting the speed of the putt right. But today we're going to focus specifically on that first piece, and that's going to be the starting direction piece, which, if I'm speaking candidly for me, if there's one thing that really infuriates me in my putting is if I can't start the ball on the line that I chose. So let's identify some of the skills required to make sure that you can get the ball beginning on the line that you want it to start on. We're going to use a blast motion sensor today. We're going to get some awesome information to really help us read exactly why your ball may not be starting on the exact line that you wanted it to start on. So I do have an example putt up here already, and this is one that we see pretty common when we go through our tech putt assessments inside our training centers, where we're going to see a directional problem, in this case specifically to the right of their starting direction. So when we'll do a tech putt assessment, we would like to see somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 out of 10 putts exit the end of our putting sword or exit the end of this 48-inch ruler. In this case, this player is going to have about 2 of them exit the end of this ruler, and a lot of them are going to be missing to the right. So let's talk about what we're seeing up here on the big screen. So we have an 8-foot putt, and if you're practicing at home, I think this is a really good distance putt for you to be practicing this on. We've got a couple of measurements that I want to focus on today, and it's really these first 2. Okay, this one right here in particular is measuring how much the putter face twisted in the backstroke from the address position to the conclusion of the backstroke, and we really don't want to see that go more than 6 degrees open. In this case, this example, this putter went 9.6 degrees open, so that putter twisted a lot on the way back, and unfortunately this player was not able to get the putter face back to 0 or anywhere close to 0 at 0.8 of a degree open, so this one would have missed to the right. In fact, I'll show you an example of what that would look like if you're doing this at home. Visit your nearest hardware store. If you're inside of a GOLFTEC training center, you're going to see a putting sword, which is a tool that we like to use. This 48-inch ruler works well. A lot of our players that we measure have a tendency to rotate the putter face too much on the backstroke, and this is a great example of that, twisting that putter face upwards of 14 degrees open on the way back. That's a lot. Anything more than 6 degrees would be more than we would like to see. So typically this player is going to have a tendency to miss the putt to the right. At impact, this putter face was 3.8 degrees open, and this player is going to complain about missing a lot of putts to the right. So if you find yourself missing a lot of putts to the right, we do want to take a look at your putter face and see how much it's rotating in the backswing. So a good way to solve that, we're going to use this same ruler, and I'm just going to set up a little farther up on the ruler so that it's really easy to see my putter face as I move it along the back of that ruler. So now I'm going to set up, and I'm going to make sure my putter face starts perfectly square to the golf ball there, which is really easy to do with all those beautiful lines on the ruler. And I'm just going to make a couple backstrokes, just trying to make sure my putter face twists very little open on the way back. One more time, we're going to check the putter face nice and square, and then it twists very little open on the way back. And I'm going to try to replicate that and make the putt. And let's revisit the data. So we did a really nice job there, and we only saw the putter face rotate open 5.6 degrees on the way back. Our mission is less than 6, and we were successful in doing that, and we were able to get the ball to exit the end of the ruler. So when you're practicing this at home, one more time, let's get you a 48-inch ruler. Let's get 10 balls to practice with, and let's practice getting at least 8 of those 10 balls to exit off the end of that ruler. So if you find yourself having a starting direction problem, this is the single best exercise to get you started in hitting the ball in the direction that you chose. If you have any questions about your putting or want to improve your putting, visit golftec.com and find a GOLFTEC coach near you.